Now मैं अभी ऑडियो चालू कर रही हूँ बोलना.
Good evening, all of you. I welcome you all for today's GATE lecture sponsored by AICTE under Prerna scheme. As you know, GATE is very important for your future further studies, for getting good job, for placing in PSUs. Okay, so please be attentive during your classes. Today's lecture will be on traffic engineering, which will be delivered by Professor Divyani Harpal. So I request ma'am to proceed with her lecture, and thank you ma'am for giving your time. You can proceed ma'am, and student please be attentive.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Hello, students. My name is Divyani Harpal, Assistant Professor of Tulsiramji Gaikwad Patil College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur, Civil Department. Today, we are discussing about traffic engineering. Okay, so now I'm sharing our PPT and starting our lecture. Wait. Okay, now let's start. Type of facilities. Facilities like road facilities. First one is uninterrupted. Uninterrupted, like these facilities are those on which no external factor causes periodic interruptions to the traffic stream, like one-way road. There are nothing interruptions are there. Okay, only one vehicles are moved, yeah, run on the road, and with some intervals. This type of road, yeah, this type of facilities known as uninterrupted. Some example for uninterrupted way, like freeway, limited access of facilities where there are no traffic signals, stop or yield sign, or surface intersection. It may also exist in a long section of rural highway between singleized intersection, like one-way traffic, with a limited intervals in between vehicles. Okay, this type of transportation is known as uninterrupted facilities. Second one is interrupted. Interrupted, like just opposite of uninterrupted. Okay, now these facilities have external devices that periodically interrupted traffic flow. The principal device creating interrupted flow in the traffic signals, like number of vehicles are standing, yeah, are moving back to back. Okay, and number of vehicles are interrupted one of them. Okay, each other, sorry. So this type of facilities is known as interrupted facilities, transportation facilities. Traffic stream parameters. First one is macroscopic. Describe the traffic stream as a whole. Traffic system may be described microscopically by this parameter. First one is volume or rate of flow, like how many numbers of vehicles are traveling on the road or on a particularly area. It indicates by volume or rate of flow. Second one is speed. You can see in many type of highways and many type of roads indicates some speed parameters. Okay, restricted speeds like 80 kmph, like 50. Okay, then these all are the parameters for traffic stream. Okay, third one is density. Density, like how many how many vehicles are traveling on the particularly NH, SH, okay, traffic. So these are indicated by density. These um, all parameters are under of microscopic parameter. Volume and rate of flow. Traffic volume is defined as the number of vehicles that pass a point on a highway or a given lane or direct.
Hello.
Sorry for interruptions.
Share, ma'am, share.
Okay. Now, volume and rate of flow. What is volume of traffic and rate of flow? Traffic volume is defined as the number of vehicles that passes a point on a highway or a given lane or direction of a highway during a specific time interval. Okay, then daily volume, like daily volumes are used to establish trends over time and for planning purpose. Daily volumes generally are not differentiated by direction of lane but are totals for an entire facility at the specific location. Daily volume indicate the number of traffic volume are calculated per day. Okay, it includes per day traffic volume or daily volume. Okay, volume and rate of flow. There are 4 daily volume parameters that are widely used in traffic engineering. First one is annual average daily traffic, in short AADT. Annual average weekday या weekly traffic, AAWT. Average daily traffic, ADT, and average weekday traffic. In according to name, you can understand annual average daily traffic. It's based on the per day traffic, but in whole year, annually. Okay, same as weekday and daily traffic, average daily traffic and average weekday traffic. All of these volumes are stated in the terms of vehicles per day. Okay, you can say that the volume and rate of flow of traffic can be expressed in vehicle per day. Daily volume. Annual average daily volume, AADT, is the average 24-hour traffic volume at a given location of over a full 365-day year. According to name, daily traffic like 24-hour traffic volume, but at a given location over a full annually like 365 day or per year. That is the total number of vehicle passing the site in a year divided by 365. Why 365? Because 365 is a number of days of the number of days of a year. Okay. Second one is annual average weekday traffic. Is the average 24-hour traffic volume occurring on weekday over a full year. Is computed by dividing the total weekday traffic volume for the year by 260. 260 because this volume is of considerable intrastate where weekend traffic is light. Okay. Point noted. Why 260? Because the volume of considerable interest where weekend traffic is light. Why weekend traffic is light? Because the traffic is depend upon the job. Okay, so that the weekend traffic is light because they are on leave. So that averaging higher weekday volumes over 365 days would mask the impact of weekday traffic. Daily traffic, ADT, is an average 24-hour traffic volume at a given location. Okay. Now, while average daily traffic is for a average daily traffic can calculate like 3 months, okay, or a month, a week. Okay. Average weekend traffic volume and average weekday traffic is analogous to that between average daily traffic. Okay, so these all are some calculations. Okay, illustration of daily volume parameter of some highway. Okay, so you can see here in this table, January number of weekdays in month was 22 days. Okay, weekdays. Next one is total days in month. Total in January, total number of day was 31. Total monthly volume like number of vehicles traveled by this on this highway is 425,000, and total weekday volume vehicles was weekday volume like 260. Okay, weekend you can avoid weekends. Okay, and then calculate the number of vehicles. So according to these parameters, according to this survey, we can say that number of vehicles for total weekday volume was decreased. Okay, now 208,000. Now you can calculate AWT and ADT. Now for AWT, formula is total weekday volume divided by number of weekdays in month, same as for calculation of ADT, the formula is total monthly volume divided by total days in the month. Same as for February and March, April, and so on. Now, you can see here total number of weekdays in year. In year was 260. Total number of years. Okay, weekdays years. Weekdays in years. And days in year. Divided by days in and total number of days. So the value of, according to this survey, the value of ADT is 14 times vehicle per day. AWT calculate the total weekday volume number of weekdays in month. Okay, and the values we get double per day. So it is an example of AWT, ADT, calculations. Okay. Annual average weekday traffic and next is only plan. See clearly. It mentioned here available useful for planning purpose, not be used along for designing or operational analysis purpose. Okay, so volume varies considerably over the 24-hour of the day, with periods of maximum flow occurring during the morning and evening rush hours. Okay, you can see here when what is the time for heavy traffic? I think it is in between 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay, and in evening it is 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Why? Because it is the time. It is time for job going persons. Okay, and heavy volume of vehicles are run over roads. Okay, so that you can say here it is a rush hour. Okay, the single hour of the day that has the highest hourly volume is referred to as a peak hour. Peak hour like um, according to our previous example, like 8 a.m. is a peak hour. Okay, for traffic. Same as the traffic volume within these hours is of greatest interest to traffic engineers for design and operational analysis uses. The peak hour volume is generally stated as a directional volume. Each direction of flow is counted separately. You can see here it is a graph for traffic peak hour. Okay, and you can see here it indicates total vehicles, motorcycle, light vehicle, heavy vehicle. Okay, So you can also calculate the type of vehicle which are traveling on this duration. Okay, you can see date and hour, okay, and number of vehicles traveling in the day. Hourly volume. Highways must be designed to adequately serve the peak hour traffic volume in the peak direction of flow. Most operational analysis must address conditions existing during period of peak traffic volume. Peak traffic volume are sometimes estimated for projection of the AADT. It is referred to as the directional design over volume. Okay, and double D, direction design over volume, is equal to double ADT multiplied by K multiplied by D, where K is proportion of daily traffic occurring during the peak hour and D is proportion of peak hour traffic traveling in the peak direction of the flow. These all are the example. General range of K and D factors. Okay, for rural areas, K factor in between 0.15 to 0.25 and D factor is 0.65 to 0.80. Suburban, urban, suburban, urban, radial route, circumferential route. The value of K and D are differentiate. Okay, it depends upon the traffic volume. Okay, number of vehicles traveling. Okay, now types of facilities, interrupted, uninterrupted. Okay, so the value of K factor and D factor may varies and depends upon the facilities type. Okay, used for several transportation analysis, functional classification of road, design of geometric characteristics of highway, number of lanes, capacity analysis, development of wait a minute. Oh, so sorry. Capacity analysis, development of program related to traffic operations, development of parking regulation, and etc. For example, a rural highway has a 20-year forecast of ADT of 3000 vehicle per day. What range of the directional design our volumes might be expected for these situations? So what is the directional design our volume? How can we check? It is a it can calculate it by the AADT multiplied by K and D factor, same as for low and high ranges. Total AADT was 30,000 vehicle per day multiplied by 0.15. Why 0.15? Just because it is rural factor and K factor lies between 0.15 to 0.25 and we are adopting 0.15. Okay, so multiplied by 0.15, it is a point, okay, not comma, 0.15, and multiplied by 0.65. Why 0.65? Because we are taking rural facilities type and K factor adopting 0.15, so that the D factor was 0.65. So we are multiplying 0.65 here. After calculation of these values, we got 2.925 vehicle per day. And for high design, our volume was 30,000 multiplied by 0.25. By 0.25? Just because we have two range. First one is minimum, second one is maximum. So for K factor, 0.15 is minimum factor and 0.25 is maximum factor. Now For low calculation, we adopted 0.15, and for high, we are adopting 0.25 multiplied by same as 0.80 for high and 0.65 for low. So multiplied by 0.85, and after calculation we got answer 6,000 vehicle per hour. Now the expected range in daily design hour volume is quite large under these criteria. Thus, determining appropriate values of K and D is critical in making such a forecast. Okay, so these lies are in between 0.15 to 0.25. You can select 0.15 minimum and 0.25 maximum. Okay, but according to this solution, we can say that the expected range in daily design hour volume is quite large. Okay, under these criteria, thus determining appropriate value of K and D, you can select in between 0.15 to 0.25 for K factor and 0.65 to 0.80 for D factor. Okay, and it is depend upon you. It is critical in making such a forecast. Sub-hourly volume. While hourly traffic volumes form the basis for many forms of traffic design and analysis, the variation of traffic within given hour is also of considerable interest. Okay, the quality of traffic flow is often related to short-term fluctuation in traffic demanded. Okay, fluctuation by just because it is not a constant traffic flow. Okay, constant traffic flow, like if we are taking calculation for us for a point A, five vehicle are passed in at 5 p.m. and and in at 5:30 p.m. 6 vehicles are travel. So it is not constant. Okay, it is not constant. It may be fluctuate, it may be higher, it may be lower, it may be maximum. Okay, so you can say that it may be fluctuate. Okay, fluctuation in the traffic demand. A facility may have sufficient capacity to serve the peak hour. Peak hour, like I already told you about peak hour. Peak hour, like some durations, some traveling durations have a number of traffic volume, like morning time 8 to 10 a.m. and for evening time it may be 5 to 6 7 p.m. Okay, so these hours are peak hour, peak demand, but short term peak of flow within the hour may exceed capacity and create breakdown. Sub hourly volume. According to this graph, you can see here time period in x-axis and flow rate vehicle per hour in y-axis. For in 7 a.m. and 7:15, it may be moderately, and it goes increasing, not suddenly but averagely increasing. But in between, you can see here, in between 7:45, okay, 7:45 and 8 a.m. okay, 7:45 a.m. to 8 a.m. it suddenly increase the traffic volume or vehicle per hour or flow rate. So you can say that this peak point, this peak point is a peak point for a sub hourly volume. Okay. Okay. Now sub hourly volume can be calculated as rate of flow Q equal to number of vehicle during observation divided by observation time. Okay, and it also expressed as vehicle per hour. Volume observed for period of less than 1 hour are generally expressed as a equivalent hourly rate of flow, Q. It is denoted by Q. For most practical purpose, 15 minutes is considered to be the minimum period of time over which traffic conductions are statistically stable. You can see here, according to practically calculation, for satisfactory calculation, you can select 15 minute for practice purpose. Okay, and for satisfactory answer. In recent year, however, use of 5 minutes rate of flow has increased, and there is some thought that these might be sufficiently stable for use in design and analysis. So these are very important criteria: sub-hourly volume and rate of flow, equivalent hourly rate of flow, and it is useful for designing and analysis of a highway. Okay, and transportation facilities. Now, PHF, like peak hour factor, defines the relationship between the hourly volume and maximum rate of flow within the hour. So, peak hour factor depend upon the hourly volume and maximum rate of flow. Maximum rate of flow, according to these graph, you can see here in between 7:30, 7:45 and 8, it is a time where we got maximum rate of flow. Okay, so peak hour factor is equal to hourly volume per maximum rate of flow. For understand 15-minute analysis period, this become PHF, hourly volume divided by 4 multiplied by maximum 15-minute volume within the hour. Okay, so these all are the calculations for sub-hourly volume. Peak hour factor is the ratio, the volume of occurring during the peak hour to a maximum rate of flow during a given time period with the peak hour. Okay, and PHF, hourly volume, maximum rate of flow, same as according to this. Okay, for standard, these all are equal. Okay, sub-hourly volumes, example of a volume and rate of flow. It is a time interval 5 to 5:15. We are taking 15-minute intervals. Okay, maximum 15-minute interval for sub-hourly, for calculation of sub-hourly volume. So you can see here, time interval 5 to 5:50 p.m., 5:15 to 5:30 p.m. and so on. Okay, and second column is volume vehicle and rate of flow. Volume vehicle is 950, 1.150, 1.250, 1 only one. Okay, and rate of flow is multiplied by volume vehicle multiplied by 4 equal to, we got answer. According to this formula, we got answer. Okay, multiplied by 4, rate of flow vehicle per hour. So that the sub hourly volume for an hour in between 5 to 6 p.m. it is 4.350 vehicle per hour. A facility may have capacity adequate to serve the peak hour demand, but short-term peaks of flow within the peak hour may exceed capacity, thereby creating a breakdown. For example, HV is hourly vehicle is 4350 vehicle, and V15 like sub hourly for 5-minute vehicle volume is 1250. So that according to formula, peak hour factor equal to HV. Like what is HV? HV is hourly vehicle divided by 4 multiplied by V15. What is V15? V15 is a volume of vehicle for 15 minutes interval. Okay. So according to this formula, put all values in formula. Okay, sorry. HV was 4350 divided by 4 multiplied by V15 is 1250 vehicle. After calculation, these value we got answer 0.87. Note 0.25 and 1 in between. The range in between 0.25 and 1 is normal between 0.70 and 0.98. So that lower peak hour factor indicates a greater degree of variation in flow during the peak hour. Microscopic parameter like flow, density, speed. Okay, so flow is indicated by capital Q. What is flow? Flow is the number of vehicles traversing a point of roadway per unit time, like vehicle per hour. It is a flow, or it is indicated by capital Q. Density is number of vehicle occupying a given length or lane or roadway averaged over time. Vehicle per mile. What is density? Vehicle per miles. Okay. You can say that number of vehicles are traveling over a given length. Like number of vehicles, like 50 vehicles are traveling on 1 kilometer. So this criteria, yeah, this type of factor is known as density, and which is denoted by capital K. What is the speed? Speed is a distance traveled by a vehicle per unit time, like miles per hour, kilometer per hour. Okay, so these all are microscopic parameter. You can say that Q K U relationship. Flow indicate what is Q? Q is a flow. What is K? K is a density. And what is U? U is a speed. So these all are U K Q K U relationship. Flow. Q vehicle per hour, density K vehicle per mile, multiplied by speed U miles per hour. For example, say flow is 1200 vehicle per hour, speed 30 miles per hour, and density K is equal to Q divided by U, like 1200 divided by 30. We got answer 40 vehicle per miles. So you can calculate the density with the help of flow and speed. Fundamental diagram of traffic flow. Density 0, flow also 0. Okay, if density 0, flow also 0. Density increase, flow also increase. According to this line, we can say that flow is depend upon the density, or density is depend upon flow. Okay, when density reach maximum, jam density, okay, flow is equal to 0, car line up and to end. Now density increase from 0, flow also increase up to maximum value. After this value, density keep increasing but flow decreasing. So according to these fundamental, we can say that density is depend upon flow, or flow is depend upon density. QKU relationship. Flow vehicles, jam, speed. These all are the graphs for QKU relationship. Traffic stream characteristics. Green indicate volume equal to 0, volume may not get hemier like volumes is equal to 0, and these all are traffic stream characteristics according to this graph. Freeway level of service. Loss 1. Vehicles are traveling in maximum interval. Okay, LOS B is LOS like level of services. In B, the distance are minimized. In C, also minimized. And D indicate less intervals in between vehicles. Okay, and E and F, so these all are level of services. Okay, so traffic stream parameters are volume and rate of flow, speed and travel time, density and occupancy, spacing and headway. And for speed, it is a formula. Space means speed, and these all are the formula. L divided by summation of Ti by N. V is average travel speed or space mean speed. L is length of highway segment in kilometer. Travel time of the ith vehicle to cross the section, and N is a number of travel times. Okay, these all are the mean speed or segment for speeds. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. If you have any question, you can ask me. Anyone? Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.